tarot spread. New moon in Virgo is happening tomorrow, the 2nd to the 3rd. New moons are about manifestations, new beginnings. Virgo is a very structured, organized, perfectionist sign. With the new moon in Virgo, it's asking us to organize the chaos and get serious about getting ish done. Focus on your finances and create a budget, a better budget, okay? Jot down new ideas, plans, make a list, and create new routines. And get grounded, exercise, meditate, and focus on your health on all levels. Okay, let's jump right into the reading. In the pre-shuffle, I got the 10 of Cups side to side. There's something here about like you undecided about your happiness or what brings you happiness or chasing happiness. Okay, I'm trying to be quiet because my kid is sleeping. Sorry. Okay, so this is for the new moon in Virgo. New moon in Virgo for September 2024. The first card is, where am I too critical of others? The second card is, where am I too hard on myself? Okay, hold on. And put the right intentions on the deck. Okay. This is for the collective for the new moon in Virgo. September 2024. The first card is, where is the collective too critical of others? Where is the collective too hard on themselves? How can the collective learn to heal? What big picture is the collective missing? Page of Pentacles. The idea of investing. The idea of spending, whether that be time, energy, money, resources, towards stability, groundedness, security, safety. Okay, this could be a child, an earth sign child, or someone with childlike qualities, or maybe someone immature. Where am I too critical of others? And you got Temperance. Okay, there's something here about you, either you're not balancing your logic and emotions when it comes to criticizing others. Okay, maybe you're either too logical and less emotionally unavailable, or you're too emotional and less logical. So there's something here about like balancing that within yourself in order to, I'm getting less judgy, or like make the proper judgment call on others, and really delve into your discernment when it comes to others, so that you can clearly use your discernment and tap into your discernment. The second card is, where's the collective too hard on themselves? And you got the Two of Wands in the reverse. You're very hard on yourself when you make certain decisions, okay? Two of Wands talks about indecision, but like 505 on my time, when you make certain decisions, like you're really hard on yourself, or there's something happening right now where you're very judging yourself very harshly, and this goes back to like being critical of others, right? Because usually when people are a reflection of us, I'm stumbling on my words, okay? People are a reflection of us. So you got to think about, like, when you judge someone, what is it within yourself that you're not liking? What is it within yourself that you need to work on, that's bringing about this criticism? With the Two of Wands, like, you might be judging situations with others because this is how you judge yourself. Again, like, Virgos are very they're very I can't even say the word. They're like perfectionism. I can't even say it. Perfectionists. There you go. It's been a long day, guys. Okay. And when it comes to you making clear-cut decisions, you're very judgy on yourself. Like, should I've done this? And then you overthink it, and then like you get emotional about it. It's like you toggle back and forth, and you don't put your logic and emotions balanced. But this has to do with something that you like, your ambitions, your drive, your actions, okay? Something that maybe you wanted to manifest. And maybe even your hesitancy on acting on certain things, or like thinking that it's going to delay you, but it's not. Like, you're exactly where you need to be, and you're doing what you have to do. It's okay to get off path sometimes in order to, move forward the right way. The third card is, how can I learn to heal? And you got the Ace of Wands side to side. Again, it talks about, like, the Ace of Wands talks about a brand new passionate beginning. It talks about a brand new creative beginning. It talks about, this is the wand of manifestation. Again, indecision about picking up that wand, and you see, like, there's a butterfly in there, about changes, about manifesting changes, manifesting something new, manifesting something different. Your drive, like, your indecision. There's something here about your indecision regarding your actions. Hesitancy. It's like you know better, but you still choose certain paths that you know are not good for you. That, like, it's almost like, what am I getting? I'm getting like taking shortcuts, or like, what's that quote that is like, along two paths, and taking the path that is like either the less scenic route, or the path that people go down through less. And I feel like you're trying to do it like how other people are telling you to do it, or you're being forced into certain paths, and then like you kind of backtrack and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have come down here, and then you go back, and then like you're starting again at zero. I feel like also with the Ace of Wands, not being so impulsive when it comes to this, because wands are like fiery energy, and yeah, you're passionate, but like you're too passionate. Like, kind of toning down that like creative spark sometimes, and like really like with the Page of Pentacles, like really sitting with the idea of investing into this action that you want to take. instead of like rushing head on. Like you have an idea and you just kind of like want to make it happen, and then you make it happen, and then it's just like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have gone down this path. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have sent that message. I shouldn't have, you know, created this brand new beginning in something, and then I gotta go back to the past, or I gotta go back a certain way, or back to square one, back to the basics. I'm hearing. The fourth card is, what big picture am I missing? Yeah, Six of Cups, something from the past, something from your childhood, something that you're, when you set out to do these things and manifest these things, you're looking at it from rose-colored glasses. You're not taking into account the pros of the situation, the pros of the people, places, or things that might be involved, the pros of how this would affect not only you but others. You're being, it's something about impulsivity, and like you're again with the Six of Cups, like chasing happiness, 1111 on my time, and acting on this through your inner child, instead of using your logic as an adult, to make those right decisions. And it's like, oh, maybe now is not the time. Maybe now is not, you know, I can't invest into this right now. I can't do this right now. Just sitting with the idea. Like when ideas come to you, when ideas are presented to you, just sitting with that idea instead of like rushing so quickly into it. What is until further clarification and verification? Commitment. Yeah, commitment to things. I can see that with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Mercury retrograde. Something is transpired around Mercury retrograde. We're literally still in the post shadow period, which means things are just gradually getting back together. So something happened around like Mercury retrograde, having to do with communication, reviewing everything, contracts, something about electronics issues, delays or blockages. Okay, and now you're just getting back to normal. Okay, this entails your commitment to things, not just to people, but to situations. Okay, like jobs, like, you know, I did bring up contracts, so long-term things, you know, things that are being written down, things on paper, things having to do with money, you know, when you commit to buy a house, when you commit to, you know, to a project, things like that. The level of commitment, you have to really take into consideration, like once you commit to this thing, once you put that money down, once you move the, you know, like put certain moves into play, you can't, you know, it's like backtrack. Okay, and I'm getting as within so without. So there's something here about like what you're doing in the external is reflecting something in the internal that you need to work out through. Okay, and this has to do with some type of childhood wound, some type of like way of thinking, a mindset that's been rooted in within you since a child. And this is where you're like impulsive, okay, like a child. And not thinking about the long term, the longevity, am I saying that right? Of certain moves that you make. Yeah. And also sit with the idea of you pouring into these things. very childlike energy here. Like, very, like, you get an idea, you get a little coin, you want to spend it. You get a little, like, tug at your heartstring, you want to pour into it. You get a creative spark, you want to do it right then and there. Not taking into consideration logic. The only thing that's missing here is logic. That's where it's like, that's the fine line between, you know, a young adult and a full-blown adult. Okay, it's your logic. You're not. This is what needs to be balanced here. The logic. Like, and I'm not saying that you're stupid. I'm not saying that, like, but something about, like, when emotions are into play, or something that you love is into play, or something that, like, you know, you can make it happen because you have the funds, because you have the resources, because you have this idea and this drive and this passion, you go full speed ahead. But then you don't think about the cons. You don't think about, like, 10 steps ahead. Okay, so if I do this, this is gonna happen. Without knowing full details, without knowing what you're getting into fully. You're just saying yes to any commitment that's coming your way, and this is affecting your finances, this, or your home life. This is your stability. This is probably why something about, like, home life, or you're constantly moving around. I'm getting nomad. Something having to do with your emotions, why you're constantly in and out of relationships, why you're constantly within your emotions, or or emotions get taken out of you. It's like you're full speed ahead. You say this thing, you say this, you do this act, you get this idea, and you just want, like I said, like, you just go. It's like, if there's no pause, there's no reflection, there's no, like, and, you know, the same thing could be true about overthinkers, because as a Capricorn, I overthink a lot. Like, I'm literally 10 steps ahead, and that's where that's the difference, right? Like, with the Virgo is also an earth sign. The thing is, something about organization and making a to-do list, or even like the Venn diagram with the pros and cons on it. Like, you're it's like you're missing a step before you act on something. It's like a certain step in the process. You're not thinking things through. You're doing what works for you temporarily, but it's not sustainable. That's where I'm trying to get to. It's not sustainable in the long run. 1818 on my time as I was saying that. Yeah, so just, like, you need more groundedness when it comes to making decisions. You need more reflection. You need more introspection. You really need to get into hermit mode and study whatever it is that you're trying to get into. Whether that be a person, place, or thing, or situation. And with that, I will leave you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm available for personal readings, parties, and events. All my information is within the description box. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.